A mochi moment from Mark, who writes, I just want to thank you for making GLP-1s affordable. What would have been over $1,000 a month is just $99 a month with Mochi. Money shouldn't be a barrier to healthy weight. 3 months in, and I have smaller jeans and a bigger wallet. You're the best. Thanks, Mark. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Mark is a Mochi member compensated for his story.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
This episode of Voices for Justice is sponsored by Shopify. Starting a business is filled with a lot of what-ifs. What if I fail? What if nobody listens to the podcast? What if nobody cares? It can definitely be hard to get over that doubt and uncertainty, but making that leap was one of the best things I've ever done, and it's great to know that I'm not alone with a business partner like Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Heinz and Mattel to brands just getting started. And I'm telling you, their tools really do feel like you have a business partner. They have hundreds of ready-to-use templates to help build a beautiful online store that matches your brand. You can also get the word out like you have an entire marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And if you get stuck, Shopify is always there to help with their award-winning 24/7 customer service. It's time to turn those what-ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/justice. Go to shopify.com/justice. That's shopify.com/justice.
Voices for Justice is a podcast that uses adult language and discusses sensitive and potentially triggering topics, including violence, abuse, and murder. This podcast may not be appropriate for younger audiences. All parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Some names have been changed or omitted per their request or for safety purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
My name is Alissa Turney, and this is Voices for Justice. So I'm actually taking this week off. This week marks 1 year since my father was acquitted for my sister Alyssa's murder. If you didn't hear the news, my father was arrested on August 20th, 2020 on a second-degree murder charge, and was acquitted on July 17th, 2023. Instead of just pushing through this milestone anniversary like I normally do, I decided to focus on my mental health and self-care. That way I can keep bringing you new cases in need of justice each week without completely burning out. Voices for Justice is still completely independent, and in addition to making this show, I'm producing a few new seasons of our other show, Media Pressure, as well. It's a lot, but this network and the work that we do is what keeps me going, especially since I stopped using this podcast as an outlet to tell Alyssa's story. When I felt like I had no one standing by my side as I fought for Alissa, I had this community, and I want to thank you for that. I also want to let you know that I am finishing Alyssa's story, but I won't just be adding episodes to season 1. I'm starting over, from the beginning to tell her story, and my story, in my own words for the first time ever. Season 1 of Voices for Justice was created with a lot of limitations. It's essentially a retelling of Alyssa's case file with some interviews to supplement. It was created to stand up in court, and it did. Despite their many attempts, my father's defense team was never able to convince a judge to order me to take this podcast down, or even stop me from making new episodes about Alissa. I made that decision on my own out of the best interest of Alyssa's case. My commitment to the court was that I would not add any media to this story while the trial was going on. But things have changed. While my father can be arrested on other charges related to Alissa if the evidence is found, I've made the decision to, maybe for the first time ever, just live my life. I took on the responsibility of Alyssa's case when I was a teenager. Then in my early 20s, I began helping my father with his bomb case. When I realized who he really is, I began working for Alissa even harder, which brings me to where I am today. Alissa, my father, this situation has been my entire life for decades. And throughout all these years, I've never done it my way. It was always my father's way, doing what the police suggested, then what the state told me to do. There's never been a Sarah's version of this story. I've played by their rules. Now, I'm gonna do it my way. And I'm not holding anything back. You're gonna get the raw, honest reality of what it was like growing up with and being raised by a domestic terrorist, serial rapist, and murderer. What the insane journey that got me here today really looked like. Since the court system won't do it, I'm gonna get justice in the only way I know how, by telling Alyssa's story, and now by telling mine. And while the episodes may have stopped 4 years ago, I've been documenting and recording everything. Here's a small preview of what you can expect next time on Media Pressure.
Thank you for calling the FBI. Can I get your first and last name, please?
Yeah, my first name is Sarah.
So I'm sitting waiting for Thomas Heimer's call. In his letters, he basically just said, I don't know the real story.
Hello, this is a free call from an inmate at the Tennessee Department of Corrections, Northeast Correctional Complex.
Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, family drama with dad aside, like it's not about that. It's just like trying to figure out if dad really did these things that could have led to him killing Alissa, because I'm seeing like a buildup. Like I have this timeline from the day dad was born with all these events and things that people said, and it's being corroborated, and it's like there's a fucking buildup, man.
I love him. He's my father. I will stand by him. But I believe deep down in my core, and I don't mean it to be cruel, I believe that my father is a sociopath.
Well, told me a while back that she found out, I don't know how, has a storage place that is keeping all your dad's guns and stuff in. I don't know how true that is.
Hi, Detective Anderson.
Hey, Alissa Turney, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Where are you at right now?
Home.
You're at home. Okay, are you able to sit down?
This is going to be a tough case, Sarah, to try to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So, I don't want to get ahead of myself here.
Well, I mean, what is the stuff, though? What did he ask you to do? What if it's related to Alissa?
Hello, Sarah. It's Nancy Gray.
Questions I was being asked the day before the trial, the days before the trial, and even during the trial made it very clear that case file was just not studied very well, or perhaps not recalled very well. I'm filming a documentary about Alissa, and I was wondering if you wanted to talk.
One more stipulation, which is important to me. You can do it off camera if you wish. It doesn't really matter. Is there any way in the world that I could get a hug?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
That's just something, shake a hand or something.
Well, I mean, maybe if you want to talk about, like, all the stuff you're saying about me on the internet and be real about it and give me real answers instead of whatever crap you rehearse.
I'm trying to piece together what went on.
And so am I. I'm trying to piece together why the whole trial was about attacking me for the first 2 years. So we can talk about all that.
Sure, it wasn't about attacking you. It was about showing.
It was absolutely about attacking me. Every motion was about me. You wanted to take down everything I've ever done. You said I was an arm of the police. I was an arm of the state, that I was working with Thomas Heimer. So let's talk about all those things.
Usually when you do these premix things, Sarah, it's cheap concrete, doesn't hold up as well as it should. So knowing how concrete works, if you add lime, not only does it make it stronger, but it also dries quicker.
So we'll find that chemical composition if we test that concrete.
I don't have any idea, Sarah, what you'll find, whether you find it or not.
So are you saying that that's a lie, that you did not say that?
But anything the Phoenix PD said, Sarah, was pretty much a lie. You were coached. So you understand what coaching means, Sarah?
This is 2008 when I still believed you.
Story.
When I still believed you.
Sarah, I don't think you ever believed from day one about anything.
Why did I waste my early 20s helping you with your mom's
Because
trial?
you blame me for the death of your mother.
You've previously said that Rhett planted those bombs. You are now saying on your YouTube channel that Mike and I planted the bombs.
You know, I was acquitted because there was no evidence. The judge said there was some evidence, but some evidence...
Do you think Alissa was afraid of you?
No, not like you guys keep saying she was.
Because you told me before that you don't remember fear in Alyssa's eyes, but you remember defiance. So you don't think Alissa was
You
afraid
don't
of you.
know. You don't even... Sarah, I'm amazed that you even spent the time you did with Alissa. Who's the one that taught you to get on the roof and jump off that roof? Was that your fearsome, I'm scared to death, Alissa? Alissa wasn't afraid of hardly anything, Sarah.
Okay, so in that same letter dated May 27th, do you recall writing to Alissa your words, quote, "I am so sorry you were afraid of me," end quote.
That had to do with Alissa telling people, you know, I'm afraid my dad's going to kill me, which is every statement that you made, everybody else made.
Right there, you just said it.
Oh, there you go, Sarah.
You just said it.
Here, spot guys, earmark that one. Come on, Sarah. Just like I had to remind her when Barbara's birthday. That was your mother. Remember her?
So you
Who took you down for the DNA testing, Sarah?
You haven't been
Was
able
that
to
Detective Anderson, your new daddy?
I can stop this interview right now if you're not going to be civil.
I am being civil.
No.
You're the one that's being hostile.
Calling Detective Anderson my daddy, grow up.
When did you start actually working with the City of Phoenix Police Department, Sarah?
Did I invite the police into
You
our
know what
home as
kind
the
of-
family?
what-
Absolutely. Why? Okay, Dad, why would I not invite the police into our home?
What are you talking about now? You're one of those kind of people, if a cop asks you to search his house, you're going to relinquish your Fourth Amendment and let him?
If that means, if I was a parent accused of hurting my child was missing, I would say, come do whatever you need to do so you can get past me and go find whatever happened to them.
You're probably one of the contributing factors why our Constitution is being deteriorated every day. You cannot let any police officer, just because he thinks he wants to search a house. Anderson was explaining to it. You were standing there, sir, when I told him, why would you want to search this house? Alyssa never lived here.
Would you like to have a moment of silence for the Constitution?
Who actually paid you guys to do this, Sarah?
No, you were. Sarah did not ask us to do this.
You're doing this independently?
We're doing it for a documentary.
Will I get that confession on your deathbed?